Welcome back. I'm joined by Championship correspondent Pascal Lemaire to preview Saturday's clash between Wolves and Reading. Pascal, start with the home side sitting just outside the playoffs at the moment.
Yeah, they've been on a great run of form. I think you can say they're sort of unbeaten in 10 games in all competitions because they went out to Fulham in the FA Cup, and that was on penalties. They didn't actually really lose that game. So in all competitions, 10 unbeaten, you could say, but they are doing really well at the moment. Last time out against Bolton, it was a 2-2 draw. They took the lead in that one, decent to take the lead at the Macron Stadium, but then they conceded 2 goals in quick succession from Zach Clough for Bolton, and it looked like they'd lose the game. 95th minute, I think it was, James Henry pops up with a 30-yard screamer out of nowhere, and absolutely fantastic goal. And that obviously just keeps that momentum there. I think Kenny Jackett said that goal, just was so good for momentum. That, and obviously they're only 2 points off the playoffs because Watford lost to Bournemouth. They're the team that's just at the bottom of the playoffs. So big result for them, and obviously they're doing really well at the moment. I mean, deadline day for them, they had 4 players leave the club. I mean, Roger Johnson was one. They finally got rid of him. Such an unsettled situation there, it really was. He hadn't played in ages. He said he wanted to get his contract cancelled, and Wolves said, might not be willing to pay it, but eventually they have sort of come to a mutual agreement. He's now gone to Charlton, so to see him go, that'd be good for them. Leon Clark's gone as well, but they'll be getting Bakary Sakho back from the African Cup of Nations soon, and they're looking really good at the moment. Obviously, like I said, 7th in the table, definitely looking up, because at one point when they had that terrible run of 5 defeats around November time, you sort of wondered if they might sort of drop into the bottom half, but they've really responded well since then and been doing really well.
Moving on to Reading, on what was a quiet transfer deadline day as a whole, they managed to sign one of the standouts.
Yeah, Yakubu came in, didn't he? Obviously, we've got to know about his great experience. He's got more Premier League goals than Cristiano Ronaldo, I think. So he's really obviously got great pedigree in England, and I think it could be an interesting sign for them. I mean, he hasn't played in the Championship for a long time. Obviously, we don't know quite how sort of match fit he's going to be and how acclimatised to the English game and all that. But I think it is an interesting signing for them. They do need sort of maybe a bit more of a poacher up front. Since they lost Adam Lafondra, they haven't really had that sort of poacher player up front. But last time out against Sheffield Wednesday, they had a good 2-0 win there. Pavel Pogrebniak, Nathaniel Chaloba on the score sheet. Chaloba, that was his first goal since coming in on loan, and that was a good win for them because I think Wednesday they're much better on the road than at home, and I think Wednesday would have gone there quite confident. But Reading, 2-0 win. Adam Federici and goal had a great game, loads of saves there to keep Reading in front there. But Yakubu was the standout one. They didn't do too much else. I mean, but their form, one defeat in 8, under Steve Clarke. That's really good. Steve Clarke has been in a lot of draws. He hasn't had too many wins since coming in, but 1 defeat in 8 is a good run of form for them. They're 16th in the table. They still are looking over their shoulders. I think they're only 7 points off the bottom 3, so they need to go on a good run of form to sort of get themselves into the top half. But I think things look okay for Reading, and I'd be very surprised if they get dragged into the relegation scrap.
So both sides into the match in decent form. Just score prediction for this one.
I think I'm going to have to back Wolves in this one. I think I'm going to back them to win it 3-2 because I think the club, they had the Jack Hayward memorial service, and I think there'll still be a sense of sort of him, around the club. It was a very emotional day for all of the club. We were there, and so many people turned out, and they all love Hayward. And I think there'll still sort of be, even though they've sort of had the tribute game against Blackpool, there'll still be the sort of Hayward sense of they want to sort of play, for him, his memory. And I think they're just going to nick it 3-2. I mean, that's what I'm going to go for.
Sports, I'm going for a 3-2 Wolves win.